Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Miller. It's very nice meeting you. In this channel, I'm trying to build and maintain healthy habits and also keep my creative side alive while struggling into 9 to 5 loop as many of you. So if that sounds relatable to you, feel free to subscribe. That will make me so happy. So today we're gonna chit chat a little bit and I'm gonna paint some art on my sketchbook meanwhile. Lately I've had this oil pastels and I'm just loving it, and I'm gonna talk about them in detail in this video too. So the reason I wanted to do this video is recently I realized I'm too much into goals and PRs and gym and habits and adult life, you know. But sometimes I realize that we're just forgetting our whimsical childish side and our creative side and just find ourselves in the flow, lost in the loop into the adult life, like 9 to 5 work achievements, goals, trying to be healthy and, you know, eating healthy and, you know, all that stuff. And as much as I'm just grateful that I have a job and I can pay my rent and bills, we all accept it's not the fun part of life. So believe it or not, I sometimes have to stop myself and think about the things I really want and love to do and pushing myself into those things and having like a silent moments and creative sessions in every week or every day. It's almost like I forgot how to just be, like without goals and titles. So the reason I picked this oil pastels because they were my favorite thing as a child. Like I was painting with them all the time and I just stopped and forgot about them for so long until recently. And that came with thinking too, because I was just so lost in the trends and titles, you know. Because I'm a graphic designer, I'm seeing all the other graphic designers are using alcohol markers, creating comics and caricatures, and I thought I have to do those things too. But that's just not the case, and I'm very happy that I remembered my oil pastel love and went back into it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not an expert on oil pastels or everything I do is like super creative and perfect. They're not. But that's the beauty of it. Like I'm just doing it for myself, for fun, to feed my creative side and just be happy without thinking my performance or the outcome or like constantly sharing it online. And I love sharing stuff online, obviously, but like it's just nice to have something for yourself and do it just for yourself. So there's something so healing about this, like without thinking anything, without thinking about your performance or how good or bad the thing you're doing, just do it, you know. And that is very joyful and a happy experience for me. So if you're working in a 9 to 5 just like me, you probably know the slope. Like especially it's busy at work, like you're just into it too much. You don't even think about the things you're doing in your daily life. Like you don't realize if you're being creative or not. You don't realize if you're feeding your soul or like doing good things for yourself. Like you have no idea because you constantly think about work during the day, and after that you're just stressed about it or your energy is drained and you can't do anything else. At least that happened to me a lot of time in the past. And I just recently realized, and therapy of course helped, but like I was thinking like what's wrong with me? Why I'm feeling tired and like I'm not energized all the time? And I always thought like something's wrong with me because I wasn't like this before. So what changed? What happened? Like, is it because I'm just getting old? So the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I'm just not being creative enough, or I'm doing everything for performance. If I'm doing digital art, I say it is for myself, but I actually do it to post it on Instagram and other places. Like, everything in our lives turn into a performance. Like, if you have a hobby, just don't do it for nothing. Like, monetize it. Or like, if you want to take a break or go on a vacation or something, no, just take pictures there and post it to your family and friends, because if you don't show it, you didn't do it. Am I right? So yeah, the more I thought about those things, I realized it's just so draining. Like, there's nothing left only for ourselves. And that was kind of a depressing thought to have. So I just started thinking, like, what can I do for myself? And this is the smallest thing in the world. This was like a $20 worth of oil pastels. They're not the cheapest, worst ones, but they're not the professional sennelier ones either. So it's just a simple and cheap thing that I could get for myself. And I just started drawing, and I got this little sketchbook. It's really tiny, from the dollar store. It was like $4 or something. And I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I started with swatches, like, just did all the colors on one page. And then I remembered I saw something and I liked it online, and I tried to do it from my head, and it turned out disgusting, but it's still cute and funny, and I don't care. Then I saw this. It was like near Easter time, so I saw this online and tried to replicate it. Then I started thinking about basics, like, okay, when we're drawing, we're actually like drawing objects and light and shadows, and I just started doing like fruits and still life kind of things. And the magic with the oil pastels they're almost like the simpler version of oil paint. So if you really catch like a few techniques and do them regularly, you actually have very satisfied results. But I also have like very hideous stuff as well in between. Like, I'm just gonna show it to you. I just wanted to draw my water bottle, especially it's black and white, and it's not a good option for oils, so let me tell you that. But it didn't matter, because I didn't post it. I was just doing it for myself, and I was just trying to discover new things for myself. And I've been very happy that I'm back to like making videos again, and back to my YouTube channel. And I realized it can actually quickly become a health and fitness, and how to eat healthy, or look at my gym PRs and whatnot. And that would be very easy for me to just go in that trend. But at the same time, like, I was just thinking, I'm not like that, and I'm for sure not an expert on these areas. Like, I'm of course gonna share my experiences and my journey, and I love sharing those things. But at the same time, it would be very easy for me to become a health and fitness channel, because that's the trendy thing right now. That's what we're seeing everywhere. But I'm like, I know that's gonna lead me into burnout, because like, I'm gonna force myself to shoot videos of workouts and other stuff, and I would feel like an imposter, because like, I'm not actually a coach or a fitness girl. I'm just like started doing those things in the past 2 years or something. Like, and I love that with social media. Like, most of it is very toxic, but some places in social media can actually lead you and influence you into being a healthy version of yourself, which is great. Which that's what I'm trying to share here too. But I think the creativity being alone with ourselves, and these silent moments are also very big part of self-care and being healthy. Like, I'm always saying that I'm trying to build healthy habits and maintain them in this channel, but how can I do it if I'm feeling burnout or depressed all the time, looking at other places and try to do what other people are doing? Like, it's not me. So I think what's more important is discover ourselves, what we like, what we enjoy to do, and keep doing those things no matter what, because that would be the key. Like, I'm sounding so dramatic or vague, I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like, sometimes we just get lost at watching other people's lives or trends and what other people are doing all over the world, and sometimes it's a great thing, it's a great opportunity it's giving to us. Like, without traveling, we're discovering so much thanks to the social media. But the other side of the things is like, we're always feeling, I'm not enough, I'm not performing enough, my everyday is not productive enough, I can do more, I should be a millionaire, and you know, all those things. But the more you you get older and you realize that these are actually fiction, and most of them are just like, you know, set up before, scripted and being shown to you. Most of the time everything ties up to a product, or they're selling you something related to that, and this is how the world is right now. And I think it's very important to just wake up and see some of those things and, you know, calm yourself down. Maybe we should have like a no electric days or something, like in our lives we can just focus on the paper and the oil and the pens, or read a physical book, or go for a walk, touch the grass, you know. Maybe that's what we need. That can actually be a good idea. Now I just influenced myself into that. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to do a tomato from my head, and I just realized it's somewhat challenging to draw things from your head. I always thought, like, in order to be original, you have to create stuff in your mind and then draw them. But the more I talk to the other artists and whatnot, I just realized every single one of them are using inspiration and references. So I'm just not forcing myself to draw stuff from my head anymore, but now I'm talking to the camera and, you know, can't focus on another screen or a reference. I'm just trying to do a tomato, a simple little tomato. And I don't want to digress so much, so I want to go back to the creativity. And I just realized, maybe I knew that all the time, but it's not just for artists, you know. Like, in order to be creative, you don't have to be a painter or a musician or a designer. Like, you can just be a creative person. It's like almost like a character aspect, or maybe it's more like a non-negotiable part of the human nature, you know. With this AI stuff, I was thinking more and more, like, if we lose all the jobs, if we lost all the jobs, we would still have art, you know, and creativity. That actually what brought us today, like here as a humanity, like all the technology, all the art and everything. When you think about it, it's just creativity, you know. Like, people were finding creative ways to solve problems and inventing tools and technologies to making our lives easier. But it all comes down to creativity. And like, even thinking about the dark ages, or, you know, ancient times, there were still paintings on the walls of the caves, or like people were trying to bang a tool to another one, or bang a rug to another one, and find rhythm and music, you know. We always wanted to create, and we always had art. So that's the reason I picked this as well. Like, I didn't want to focus to a new thing. I didn't want to find a new thing in my life. It's just been there all this time. Like, our purest time when we are children. Like, I just enjoyed this, and I was doing this so much. Why did I stop, you know? The life kind of distracted me, and other things happened, and I got lost in the way. But this is feeding my soul these days, and it can change, and it will change. Honestly, it should change. But we should find what's feeding our creative side today and keep doing that, and it will open different doors for sure. And I was very afraid of discovering, you know, trying new things, because I always thought I'm not good enough. I wasn't working in a creative field since my early adulthood. Like, I was a psychologist before. Then I changed my career and became a graphic designer. So I always have this imposter syndrome feeling inside me, thinking I'm not good enough because I started late. But it's just not true, because the point is trying, making mistakes, making bad art. Like, honestly, be bad at something. Then you can discover if you like it or not, if it's your thing or not. Like, imagine I forced myself to draw anatomically pleasing comic characters with alcohol markers. I would never have this tomato. Like, I would just feel incompetent or not good enough at that field of art, and I would just, maybe in the future, would resent myself for not trying. And that would be a tragedy. So I'm very glad that I had this wake-up call inside my head, and that's the other reason that I wanted to share it with you. I'm sorry if this video is becoming boring for you or something, but I know it's gonna be helpful to some creative people like me who is struggling, feeling lost, or very afraid of trying new things just because they're not good enough, or they think they're not good enough. So yeah, I hope this brain dump helps you to maybe realize something, or gives you the courage to try something new or discover your creativity in many other ways, honestly. Because that's what's happened to me. And my wake-up call wasn't like a video I watched or something, but it was more like it came from a more depressing source. But nonetheless, I'm just glad it did, because that's what I needed. So yeah, I just accepted to be bad at something, and the rest came. And I'm really enjoying this. So obviously, this is not an oil pastel tutorial. I have no expertise to give to you or new ways to show you something. It's just objects, lights and shadows and colors, you know. But I just wanted to remind you that we are allowed to be creative without being productive. You don't have to be productive of everything in your life. You don't, like, be productive at work, that's okay. And you don't have to be 100% all the time. Like, we're humans. I guess I just wanted to remind all of us that, because I needed reminding. You're allowed to be more than your job title, or your fitness progression, or your weight goal. We are more than that. And the social media and the life outside our heads are kind of forcing and showing us to those things, and we're just so lost in trends all the time. Sometimes I just forget who I am and what do I actually want. For God's sake, I just saw that like one of the snack brands just started making protein chips, and I'm like, what's the deal with that? Like, it's still not gonna be a healthy food. So what will we eat it just because it has protein in it? But it's the trend, you know, like just protein everywhere. And I'm doing content about it too, like, don't get me wrong. Again, I like the healthy influence of social media on us, but I'm just trying to do it my way, and I'm not trying to sell it to anybody, you know. I just want to share my experience. But out there, it's just, I think, more brutal these days, and sometimes we just need to stop ourselves and think outside the box, maybe focus inside ourselves more. And that's the solution. Who knows? So if you've been feeling like very lost in your 9-to-5 loop, and you're just struggling with what to do for yourself, or you forgot just how to have fun, like me, I just wanted to make this video for you, and like for people like us, honestly, because it's very harsh out there for the creative souls and fragile souls, and we just, you know, we just want to make art, love and be loved and be happy with the nature. But that's not the case for everyone in the world, and they're making the world a worse place, unfortunately. So if you wanted reminding, just don't forget that there are people like us out there. We're not alone. And sometimes all we can do is just detach ourselves from the harsh real life outside and focus on what we love and what nourishes our soul. Here's my tomato. I'm really happy with it. It's a cute little tomato. And what's the date? So if you needed this, thank you so much for listening. I just wanted to give you a little push, maybe to find your creative hobby, or just discover a new medium or a new style of art. I just want to challenge you to go find the things you love to do when you're 10 years old or 5 years old. Like, remember, how was it when we were a child? And I'm sure it's better than today. So I challenge you to go and find that thing. It doesn't have to be oil pastels. Maybe you loved skipping rope, or, you know, collecting rocks or something. Just go back in time and find that thing and try to do it today, and see if you still enjoy it or if it still nourishes your soul in some way. And just remember, you don't have to monetize it. You don't have to post it online, and it's okay if you want to do those things too. Like, no limits, and don't let other people to affect your creativity or dictate what you have to do with your creative passions or your daily lives. Just do those things because they're making you feel like a person again, not a part of a trend, not a part of a group, but like an individual as you. So thanks for sitting with me today while I created this little tomato and making a mess here. It's not perfect, but it's mine, and it helps me to get through the adult life. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to support my 1,000 subscriber goal in this channel, you can always hit the subscribe button, and that would make me so happy. Until next time, stay curious, stay whimsical, and I'll see you later. Bye!